Yo, listen.
Yeah. That 806 The Show episode come out.
Yo, what's good? It's the 806 Show. It's your boy Jiggy.
Dímelo, Jesse.
Are you tired of these whack radio commercials?
Go.
Hey, this is Evelyn, and you're tuning in to the 806 Show.
Shout out 806 The Show.
Talk to me nice.
Tune in every Thursday to the 806 Show.
Yo, 806 The Show.
Shout out to 806 The Show.
At the 806 Show.
806 The Show.
Hey, this is Sol Maria. You're now listening to 806 The Show. It's a vibe. Yeah.
Yo, listen. You will never change 806.
It's a vibe.
You already know what it is. Your boy Melly Mellon. This is the best day in sports podcast, period. This is 806 The Show. We got a fantastic show for y'all today. We got Salem Zone in the building with us.
Let's go.
But before we introduce him, you know the drill.
What's up?
The co-host.
806.
Fight. At 5'10", 225 pounds.
Is that off?
The 806 Assassins. 806 Assassins. And heavyweight champion of the world, R.E.G. And fighting in the right corner, standing at 6'2", 200 and something.
Is it?
Josh,
The legend.
Pepe Picante, Sanchez.
Let's get it. I'll fight you.
Right now.
That's not the point.
That's how we start. Just a fucking
He's got a bad hostile over here. I'll fight you. I just won't fight you.
And our guest, fighting at 5'6" at 135 pounds, Matt, the Mantis, Doherty.
How you doing, man? Good. Thank you guys for having me. Definitely. Yes, sir.
I've always wanted to do that.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, really bad. I felt good.
I was ready, man.
806 Assassin.
I might have a career in this. I might have to. How do you apply to that? There's only like 4 of them. There's only like 4 announcers in all of boxing and MMA. There's like 4 dudes.
or
And like all of them are related, right?
It's a vibe.
No,
Bruce Buffer, Mike Buffer. You got a couple others.
it's the 2 buffers. Like,
Yeah, those are the big
I
guys.
didn't even know they were related until after like they were big.
No way.
Yeah, it's his like half brother, and they never knew.
It happens.
They look a lot alike.
So that's what if I remember the story right. He was watching the fight, and he's like, "Oh, that guy kind of looks like me." And he heard the buffer, like, "That's not really a common last name." And then people can tell him, "Yeah, he looks just like you. That must be your brother." He's like, no, whatever." After a couple years of hearing that, he's driving with his dad, and he's like, "Hey, Dad, you ever know about this buffer guy over here?" He's like, "That's your brother." And he just stayed quiet and kept driving. I was like, "Nigga, what?" Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Right? That's it. Like I said,
That's just what it is.
not your brother.
Matt is on the show because obviously you're our friends, but also you're a professional MMA and boxer as well.
Yes,
So before we get into your fighting career and how you got there, we're gonna pick your brain a little bit. A little MMA talk, little boxing talk. It'll be a very versatile episode.
Versatility.
Versatility. That's what 806 is about. Versatility.
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 The word of the
Right.
day.
UFC. Let's start with a little UFC. Edwards Usman. Did I pronounce that right?
Yep.
3.
Kamaru Usman.
That's yeah.
So
That was a good fucking fight.
Yeah, that was a nice fight.
I was going for Usman. I really wanted.
I think
Usman.
everybody
was, but
I'm upset because that's the second time in a row I forgot to put money on Edwards because I thought Edwards was going to win.
I thought Edwards was going to win too. From
Me
the
too.
I put money on Edwards,
Yeah.
actually. I ended up
I
winning.
knew. I had a feeling Edwards was going to do. It's like last time when I watched him. Like I even though Usman was destroying them all fight, I was like, I don't like the way this is going. Like, and then that last second hit, I'm like, I fucking knew it.
Yeah, right.
It was going too well.
I like Edwards, man.
Yeah.
I was rooting for him from the start too.
He looked better this time around too.
Yeah,
Looked
he's
way
just
more
agile, comfortable. He's calm. He's got good striking.
Like and Kamaru just wasn't as aggressive as I wanted him to be. This time
Yeah,
around.
he's got the power, but I think Edwards just has what it takes to beat him.
Yo, all them freaking knees to the head.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I was like, Jesus
That'll do
Christ.
something.
And the fact that Joe Rogan says Kamaru Usman's legs are so bad he can't walk on like concrete. So when he walks on like when he's like on the streets, he walks on the grass because it's better on his knees and his legs. They're just that messed up.
Damn.
I didn't hear that either.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Bro. You can't walk
I
on
was like,
concrete.
wait, what?
Yeah,
Nigga,
that's
most of the world is concrete. How the fuck you getting around, sir?
Yeah,
I was like, that's
concrete's lava.
That's not good.
I'm jumping around to the grass.
It just hurts.
That's not the way I want to live my life. Shit.
Yeah.
He's gotta get into a car.
Honey, carry me. I can't do it.
Yeah, I know. It's a big dude to carry.
Edwards, though, yeah, he's the dude. I mean, he's nasty.
Better striker.
I mean, they're both unreal, but
Oh,
I was
right.
rooting for Edwards, man. And obviously it showed.
Like he's mastered his craft in a way. Like that's what it looked like.
Yeah, and he's only gonna get better too
Right.
from there, defending and
so like Usman's on the decline, even though he really only lost to him.
How old is
it's like,
Usman?
I want to say 35.
which isn't too young in the fight world. I mean, from where what he's been through too, you know, where he's at.
Right.
Not saying that he can't come back and take it. Anything's possible, but I see Edwards there for a bit.
Yeah, me too. I don't know who else.
And what class is that? What
It's welterweight.
welterweight?
Yeah, age, bro. I mean, 35, yeah.
35. I knew
You nailed it. Yeah.
Just tell me your age, bro.
Google, you fucking take along.
He's 35 and Edwards.
One day we'll have the budgeting to have a certain like person out
Yeah.
there.
Just kinda killing it with
think
facts.
it and it comes up. Yeah.
Yeah, Edwards is 31. So I was like, he
yeah.
got some years on him, and the fact that
His
he's
prime
just,
and just
He's
killing
just
his
starting his prime. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it is.
he's
yeah.
been getting better every year.
Yeah.
honestly.
Yep. Last couple of fights, I mean, he's looking sharper
That's
and
what's
sharper.
sharp, yeah.
Yeah.
It was the wrestling was supposed to be his weakness, and now he's like stopping Usman from taking him down. So
Right.
it's like
Even when he went
like,
down,
all
he was
right.
able to get up.
Just all
Immediately.
around. Yeah, he's a savage.
Another Joe Rogan fact about Edwards.
You need to stop fact checking Joe Rogan.
If anybody want to know about this, it's Joe Rogan.
He's right there.
Right? This one was, I guess, Brian Urlacher almost fought Edwards
Really?
at a party because Edwards, trying to get by him, stepped on his foot.
No way.
And
This is-
I
Urlacher
think
was
I
trying
heard
to like
that.
get in his face, like, yo, we have a problem here. He's like, bro, I'm sorry. Have a good day. Like,
Yeah.
no, we'll make it. Like, meet me outside. And like Rogan and other people are like, yo, fucking calm down.
You don't want to
Not
meet him
the guy.
outside. Yeah, no
Not the guy you want to fight right now.
becomes
Yeah.
fucking Urlacher versus Edwards.
Yeah, where'd you say this was? A bar?
Yeah, like a bar.
Yeah, that
party
makes
situation.
sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, fight me
Nah, I
outside.
got this. I got this.
Alright, Speaking of a man you don't
today.
want to run into in a bar, we saw the return of John Jones.
Yeah, John Jones.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome.
That was crazy.
Comes back like he never left.
So literally, like he didn't skip a beat at all,
Nah.
even with going up weight.
Yeah, he looked
gigantic.
I mean, he looked
right.
a lot heavier.
Yeah, right.
Obviously.
And he was still able to move like
That's it. Yeah.
normal John Jones.
But really, it took like 30 seconds, so we didn't really see him do anything other than like,
He proved something.
Right.
Man.
It looked like he was
Yeah.
fighting a kid, and this is like a good fighter. like
Yeah,
Sargon.
yeah.
Saragon, not good at wrestling. He let fucking Francis wrestle him all day, and Francis is not a wrestler either. So everybody was like, you ain't gonna do shit against John. He's like, nah, man, I've been practicing all the time. I didn't know Francis was gonna
Got
try to wrestle me.
this. Yeah, nah.
Bro, he was like flawless. It's like on the John Jones on the ground was like a
Yeah.
fucking like
We're done.
like Kobe in basketball. That's how like the way he like it look like it's on some genius shit. When I look back at the like the high
Like it looks scripted. Like it's
not scripted, nah, more so like
Methodical. He knows
yeah,
exactly what
like
he's
doing.
yo,
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like
his
it
IQ
was
is
so well that it
Yeah,
looks
and
like
that's
they
how it is.
his
I
IQ
mean,
is
yeah.
so crazy that he was
Nasty.
able to get him into the position he wanted him.
Put him where he wanted him the whole time. Yeah.
got his back. They came to the
Yeah. He came in with a plan. He executed.
Yo, literally.
Saragon's face after just shocked. Like, it's over? What the fuck
I
just
know.
I was
happened?
trading for fucking.
Damn.
Treated him like a
weeks for
kid.
this
Treated
shit.
him like a kid.
And he went up in the weight class, and the scary thing is, I mean, he's only get, like you saw him. He's not in like John Jones shape. Like
Exactly.
He's just coming back. I
Yeah.
guarantee his next couple fights, he's going to be that much better, much
right.
more in shape.
Like
One
toned and
shape.
everything
yeah,
too.
yeah. And if he's not, I mean, still. He's
Right.
scary. Maybe he can have his cake and eat it too.
Is he really like is he really like goat shit? Like he's
Yeah.
the,
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
like he's
Absolutely.
like undisputed,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the Brady,
I feel like
the
this
fucking
one,
Jordan.
this one reminded me of Brady on the Bucks getting his like the return. Like I still got it.
Yeah,
Different team, different
And
weight
he
class.
still got it.
yeah, no, literally.
Yeah, I don't see John going away at all. He's versus
Nah.
Stipe next. And that's going to be.
Yeah, that's
That's the one. If he beats Stipe, it's over. Like,
yeah, exactly.
He's already like the
And
greatest, but that Stipe's like, all right, bro.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good fight too. I think. Yeah, that'll be a
great.
close one, but I still see Jones winning that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I can't.
Boy hasn't lost, right? Ever.
No, he got disqualified.
Qualified.
But-
Imagine just like that's
That
your
was
only
it,
loss.
yeah.
It's because you freaking forced it.
That
It was an
the first
outkick, wasn't
time-
it?
No, it was the first fight I ever saw. It was a elbow.
Oh, that's what. Yeah.
He was destroying him. The ref should have called it before that. And he kept going. Like, all right. Then he hits the one. Like, I guess what is it? Like,
12-6.
12-6?
Yeah,
Can't do that?
yeah. Yep.
hit him with one of those. Like, hit him. Like, graze him on the side of the back of the head. He's like, all right, you're out. You're done. He's like, what? You should have stopped the way before that.
Freaking savage.
Bro, there was
That's
no
your- that's how
chance
you
he
lose,
lost
like-
that.
But yeah, when you lose like that too, you're like, I
Yeah,
won.
that's why no one.
Come on.
Yeah,
It's like,
no,
no,
We just
no,
saved
that's
you.
him.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
No one says you lost. Like, you won.
Yeah.
You have like your own
Unfortunately.
personal record.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna
It's
keep
like-
this in my pocket. Bro.
Yeah.
Even Dana was trying to take a ticket away. And they're like, no. Like,
Yeah. Rules
It-
are set in
it
place for
happened.
a reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Change it for him.
right, just for him. He's the greatest. Yeah, but that happened, bro. We saw it.
Yeah.
That sucks. Imagine that.
Oh, the same thing with like
Imagine if Mayweather had one disqualification.
on his record. Yeah.
50.
would he be the goat? Would he
Yeah.
be that?
Would it affect him at all?
Yeah, would
Would
I
it?
still put him
Yeah.
I don't really see Undefeated being like that great. It's great, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously, you never lost. But the fact
Fucking
that
50 and 0, bro.
but then
51, whatever it is.
people start picking out like, okay, but who did you fight? And then he's like,
Everybody in this fucking. You can only fight the fighters in your
okay,
generation.
but you could also wait 4 years for them to be out of shape and like, all right, I'll fight this guy.
Yeah,
now.
he's done that a few
It's like-
times. Yeah. But
Just playing the
It's like
game, man.
yeah,
Like,
the name was there. I
he
get it.
also beat a young Canelo, and you know, like
no, he didn't just beat a young Canelo. He made him look like a little
And
boy.
He was a little boy.
If you watch his younger days too, I mean, he wasn't like, you know, Pretty Boy Floyd. He wasn't dancing around. Like dude could fight. He could get in your face and throw down. Yeah.
Knocking people out.
He got smarter.
Floyd.
He got smarter. Didn't want to get hit, and he started moving more.
Defense became
And
crazy.
and that's the goal of fighting, you know, not to get
hitting
too
the-
many hits to the head.
He went from
Yeah.
chest to chest. That's it.
Exactly.
That's what made Canelo way better. I was like, all right, bro.
I feel like
that
Canelo
was a
took
different
that,
fight.
learned that from him. Not learned it, but like
He took that experience and
Yeah,
definitely
everybody you
took it
fight,
to
you
heart.
take it. Yeah.
it's just like, oh, I'm about to.
It's like, oh, this is how you're supposed to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This is how you-
Yeah. And obviously, he was still growing in his own way too. So
He was really
you know,
young.
He grew up. He, you know, adjusted how he needed to, and he became
Look.
Canelo.
Mayweather didn't duck that fight.
No.
And that was a young, up and coming Canelo.
Yeah, imagine if he lost that
yo,
one.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know
Who was
like,
there was somebody else
I don't know if Mayweather was
Cotto.
Yeah.
Cotto was a nice fight too. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
Cotto. Cotto was nasty.
He's the one who caught him.
I think so.
no.
Who caught him?
Mosley caught him.
Mosley
Sugar Shane Mosley caught him.
Yeah.
Caught him real quick, had him stumbling. That's the only time he ever got like real like yo, he looked like he was gonna go down.
Yeah.
Like, yo, but
Yeah, that's a nice resume no matter
He
what.
survived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a great resume.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's saying if he would have lost one or twice, it's like, I don't hold it against you, especially if you come back and beat the shit out of the guy next time.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
those were more like, oh, he beat me, but I fucked him up next time.
Yeah, no doubt.
Which is what George St. Pierre, how he lost.
So
He came back and
Yeah.
just destroyed him. Like, all right.
yeah.
So you lost this guy, yeah, but I fucked him up
Yeah.
next time.
but that was a no
worse.
though.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I get it. Now's a no, but that shouldn't be a stain on your resume. If you lost 16 in a row, like, all right, my guy.
like Goku just gets stronger
Yeah.
every fight.
yeah, as long as you get better every fight, bro.
I've got a good amount of losses too. I'll get into that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. This is a preview I'm gonna butcher these names. Adesanya. Adesanya. Is
Easy
he?
Adesanya.
Yeah. Bryce Pereira.
Pereira.
Them two motherfuckers.
Pereira.
Style bender. You can just say
Style bender versus
Yeah,
Isn't this,
yeah.
isn't this a rematch?
technically it's the
Yeah.
Yeah. So the
What
first
fight?
time you got knocked out, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
TKO.
See,
yeah.
I remember
TKO
this.
in the 5th round.
Yeah,
it's
that's
the fourth
Izzy's
fight.
kryptonite. I mean, I don't think
right?
he's.
They fought a bunch in
twerking
Kickboxing.
kickboxing.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't see him beating him.
It's the only guy. It's all right.
That's the dude. Like
I don't see
sometimes,
it. I don't see it
sometimes
either.
you meet your match, and
Yeah.
that's what it is. Like
Yeah.
no matter what, it's a bad matchup.
Imagine like fighting someone that many times and always losing.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit would haunt me.
right?
Like four times.
It's like the young kid in the neighborhood. Like I'm going back today and trying my best. And he keeps coming back.
I got him this time.
Yeah.
Like, for the 5th time, just like loses. Like,
Yeah, but then like if he what is there a deal if he wins there's a rematch too though?
There has to be.
That has to be a
There has to
clause.
be. There has to be.
Yeah.
But-
Imagine he's like, nah, I'm running with that.
So,
No, it's over.
This would be
Yeah.
number 2 in the UFC.
In UFC.
So they would have
So
to
they
like
would have-
Yeah,
do like a
yeah,
three.
yeah.
Well, unless fucking Pereira wins again. Like, all right, bro, 2-0.
That's it. I don't think Dana would put another on.
Yeah, that's it. If
Yeah.
if Stylebender wins, it's like, all right, there we go. This is a fight.
Yeah, now
Get him
we can
back.
make some money.
But
Make a third.
'cause the last fight they had was Izzy was winning, almost the whole 3-1, and then in this pop,
It's just the 5th
Yeah.
round. It was like the last round.
Yeah.
just like happened in kickboxing. The first fight, people were saying Izzy won that fight, and they're like, nah,
That's not how it
nah,
went.
that's not how it works.
But no, not taking away from him though. Obviously, Izzy's unreal. I mean, anything
no,
can
he's
happen in the
definitely-
game. So
Oh, for
It's
sure.
just that one guy that
That's it.
his technique versus technique. Some people like would say I can beat Pereira because I'm this. Cool. Izzy fights this way, and it just does not match well with
yeah,
him.
exactly. Sometimes matching up is just it's rough. Yeah, sometimes you get put against somebody that's your guy. He has your number. That's it.
All right.
Pulls
The
your
boogeyman.
card
It's kind of
and-
hard to tell in fighting, like who's better than who, or like if someone like, oh, this guy's better than this guy, and this guy's better
Because
because
we
like,
say MMA math doesn't work. Like,
Yeah.
because if you beat this person, that means I could beat this
Yeah,
person.
yeah, yeah.
It doesn't
Not
work
how it
that
works.
way.
Yeah, yeah. And it all if you're like you're saying, if you're at the same level, if you're all above that level,
yeah,
then you put them in a pool. There's you can't pick it out like that.
all right, because
Yeah.
like, one person can beat one person, but you can beat this person, and this
Yeah,
person
yeah,
can beat that
exactly.
person, but you keep losing to him.
Exactly.
So it's just like who's better than who here?
For
Yeah.
this fight, let's what's your picks? All right, who you think is getting the win on that one?
I think Pereira is gonna win.
I agree too. Yeah.
I think he will too, but I want Izzy to win this one, please.
And I-
I'm
Redemption.
an Izzy fan too, but yeah.
I can't see that anymore.
I'm gonna go for Stylebender just because I like his nickname.
He's great. I just need him to finish or something. He doesn't finish people off.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's something you have to do with this guy.
Yep. You
He's
got
gonna stand in front of you with his hands down. He's like, because you can't knock me out. It's like, fuck.
And then we can't have an MMA conversation without bringing up the probably
Conor
most infamous MMA fighter in the world, Conor McGregor.
Conor
The
McGregor.
notorious
McGregor.
Conor McGregor.
I joke around and say washed up all the time.
Nah,
They get mad at me when I say that.
Yeah,
My
because
boy,
man.
boy's racking up a couple losses in a row, man.
Once you get paid
Come
like
on,
that,
but
some
you-
people don't want
yeah.
to
It's
fight.
the same way as like that one you kind of like put like he broke his leg. He's not
Oh,
really
yeah.
like even even what's his
Excuses,
name?
nigga.
I know it's not that good. Like excuse.
He was
I know
drunk that
left
night. You know he wasn't ready.
Who?
Conor McGregor when he
Oh, when he does the check kick and his
yeah.
leg just snapped.
leg just couldn't fucking
Yeah,
snap.
right there. It's at the wasn't at the beginning too.
Yeah, it was like just first
Yep.
20 minutes.
Both of them probably feel like that's not a.
Oh, it sucks.
just
They
like
don't
a-
get that opportunity. Yeah,
Did I ever get that?
Training
that was
long.
nasty. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly
No,
what
that
it
takes
is.
that takes a long time to recover from that.
Yeah,
hasn't
he
fought
was looking
since then,
sharp
right?
too, though.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he started. I
Yeah,
think. I mean,
it looked-
however long it was. Yeah,
exactly. Nah.
Yeah, I felt bad.
Was the last,
Yeah.
So is that his last fight?
That was the last one he had. He broke his leg,
Oh shit.
and
He got big as fuck since then, though.
no,
Yeah,
right.
he's
Makes me wonder.
swelled up,
yeah,
man.
makes me wonder.
I know. Damn.
He needs that leg to recover. He gonna.
I need to make it back quick.
I was a huge fan of McGregor too, and
right.
then he got to a point where I was like, I think like everybody, we started
Yeah.
like falling off. I'm like, he started promoting his liquor more. Like, you know, he got into the boxing stuff.
All right.
Which cool, good for you. Like business, get your money, get more fans and stuff. But
Absolutely.
I think that's when he stopped focusing on what he needed to focus on.
All right. What's really
And that's
important?
what kind of broke
You
him
get
a
that
little bit.
payday. It's like
Yeah,
you-
I mean,
you're
he
no
fought
longer,
Mayweather out there.
what's it-
That's a payday. Like,
crazy.
so you're no longer hungry for it.
yeah,
That's the
yeah,
thing.
yeah. And the liquor business was taking off. Like he
Yeah.
was promoting that more than training.
Yeah,
I'm sure he wasn't for real, but you know, you see his face enough promoting it, you're like, oh, all right, he's putting less time in his training.
Movies now.
Yeah, hitting old guys at the bar. Like, you know, like he was getting his like he's
Fucking
young.
huge
The thing
now.
is, these guys they're so young, and
Yeah.
you know they
Give 'em fucking-
blow up. You get money. You know sometimes people don't know how to handle it.
What weight class would he be right now? Because he looked
Right
like,
now?
Yeah, like what?
I
he
think
looked
he
like
fights
I bought it like he's
150.
220 right now.
Yeah, he's huge now. I
It's
mean, obviously he
crazy.
started 145, but I don't know what
Imagine
he's
that.
now. That's crazy.
I ended up seeing a picture of him when
100
he at
pounds.
his.
Yeah.
What was the lowest he fought at?
I
Because he
thought it
looked
was-
like he was.
like a.
I think it's 145 was his, even when he's flat, like obviously he's out there flexing, but yeah, he looks like
There was one
look
picture.
anorexic.
Yeah,
his face.
Yeah, bro.
yeah.
Like, that's not your weight class.
Yeah. That was the 145.
Oh my god.
But
don't do
that's,
that.
yeah, he's huge now. I don't know what he fight at. Heavyweight?
Yeah, right.
Put him in with Jones?
Jesus Christ.
That wouldn't be fair. How many?
Yeah,
would have to cut
it
you.
wouldn't. But I'm just saying, he's like massive. But there's people calling him out there, like,
Lightweight now.
Nobody ever really comes back after a leg injury like that.
yeah, that's rough.
Like, that's that like Anderson Silva
Yeah,
type of like.
that's scary
Yeah,
too. Do
he's a
you
lightweight.
come back mentally the same?
mentally.
I mean,
Especially off a freak injury like that.
yeah,
It's like you don't.
Can't predict
Snap.
it. Yeah.
yeah.
In the back of your mind, you're always thinking like it might happen. Like
Yeah.
it could
Like-
happen again.
Like, is
I
it
don't
strong
want to throw
enough?
a kick. I also don't want to block a kick. What the hell do I do?
Especially with his stance, used to be like a karate stance. So that foot was up there no matter what. Like, I'm gonna kick the shit out of that foot.
Exactly, but that's what happened when he like switched to boxing and stuff. He kind of lost that old McGregor that was successful in the MMA, like you know that karate stance, that all that maneuvering and stuff. Like he kind of switched up a little bit.
Hopefully, he gets back to that.
I know,
Get back
but
to
when he
Conor
lost to
McGregor.
Diaz, I wanted that though. Back on that fight when he fought
Yeah.
Diaz,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I wanted Diaz so bad, and the rematch too. But
Diaz is a dog.
yeah, he's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
he
just-
doesn't care,
Just
man.
fights.
Fights.
Just I'm still
Yeah.
fighting.
Yo, is he the one who he did the fucking fake to the fan? Like,
I want. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
Smack, yeah,
I don't know
Stockton
exactly.
smack.
That
You know,
shit was
he was
hilarious.
laying on the canvas, like telling the dude who was he fighting when he laid on the canvas, and he was like saying like, "Come on, let's go."
does that
Laying
shit.
down. He doesn't care. He'll like walk backwards,
Or
like
when he almost finished the fight, fucking him up, and he just.
yeah,
I'm like, bro, finish him.
yeah.
And the fucking
Yeah.
bell rings like, you could have finished him right there.
Yo.
You end up losing in the end.
I know that's the thing though. Yeah,
Bro, you could have got him.
yeah,
Great picture though.
yeah. He don't care. Yeah,
Yeah, you don't care.
wanted
You just had a
picture.
great time.
Heyday,
I'm here to fight.
fighting. Yeah, that's it. He's a dog.
transitioning
brothers.
from the MMA world to the boxing world and previewing probably one of the biggest boxing fights has been probably, I'd say, since. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Canelo.
G.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
Tyson
Yeah.
Fury versus
Oh, Fury
Wilder.
and
Yeah.
Wilder was
that
crazy.
was big too. Yeah.
Tank Davis. It's Ryan Garcia.
That's gonna be a good fight.
I mean, I think the big name is Garcia, on paper and stuff. But Davis.
Yeah.
But I want Garcia.
I want Garcia too. I
Yeah.
think Garcia's gonna win. Yeah,
I like that.
Really?
Yeah. Underdog.
Ryan Garcia is so.
I
Yeah,
think Tank Davis going.
28-0.
I mean, I won't be surprised if
Well, they're
Davis
both like
wins,
undefeated
but
next week.
I think I like the underdog story, like
They both hit pretty
King
hard.
Garcia. Yeah.
They're
They're both pretty good.
But
I'm pretty sure what Garcia's
so
taller, right?
fast,
Yeah, Garcia got the height, the length.
quick.
Tank's just a tank, though. I mean,
Legit.
legit a tank. I mean,
So if you get close to him, you're gonna get hit.
His defense
Yeah.
is ill too.
yeah. He just walks forward. I mean, and he's a tank.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, Can't Willie be open for Garcia's left hook, and can he take it? I mean, that's
5'11". Like Tanks has to be what fucking 5'5".
4'11". 5. No, I'm just kidding. I'm
Tank's
short,
a little
too.
guy.
Yeah,
Little guy.
all right.
Chang's 5'5".
5'5" against 5'11".
He's shorter than me, and I'm short. Yeah, he's short.
I didn't think he was that small. 5'5".
Yeah.
Yeah, short.
Yeah, but I mean, he's talented. I mean,
Of course,
he's-
Like
and
crazy.
he has such an aggressive, like a pit bull style.
Yeah, people style.
He has a
yeah,
higher
completely.
knockout percentage than
He's
Garcia.
Compact.
Yeah.
The boy is
Big time.
compact.
He's got better. He's got more credible fights than Garcia. But I just want that underdog. I always like the underdog, man.
Yeah, me too. I
Someone
put
like
the money
Garcia.
on.
Yeah, put somebody
plus
on.
money.
Yeah, betting,
with the
yeah.
money.
Ryan Garcia.
Yeah,
I just want the best possible fight.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
let me
yeah.
enjoy the fight. I hate when it's like completely one side. Unless I'm going for the guy who's just fucking you up. I want it to be a great fight.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it will be.
Go the
Let the
rounds,
fans win it.
knock somebody out in the very last second. Like,
Couple knockdowns.
Yeah.
They get
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, each. Yeah.
like yes, this is supposed to be a fight.
They're both leaking. They never usually do like that.
Epic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Rocky.
Rocky shit.
Talk about Rocky.
Say the fucking movie.
Both of them.
I don't think it'll be like Rocky. They're both different, but hopefully.
All right.
Hey,
But
Drew.
I really hope. I can see on my right eye, man.
Yeah, right.
I hope it's going to live up to the hype.
Yeah,
They've been
me
talking
too.
shit for years.
Yep.
It's finally going to happen and
I
see
know
who
the little,
works.
the little.
And you don't see, not many times two prospects who are in their prime go against each other anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like that no more, yeah. And seeing that's what fans want to see. They're already winning. Fans
Yeah.
are already winning for that. So hopefully it lives up to it.
So you say Garcia? You got Garcia too?
I say I want Garcia.
Who do you think is going to win, though? I know you want Garcia. Who do you think is going
I'm
to win?
going to have to stick with Garcia. just for the fact that
I think Davis is gonna win. I
Yeah.
do.
Davis.
Yeah.
I think it's one of them got to lose. Already. That's
how fights work.
I know, but
It's going to be a draw. You're going to go back to this. Well, I was wrong.
yeah, right. We're all wrong.
I
on
was
this
very
one.
wrong.
How many people you think bet for a draw?
Yo, the plus on that is crazy.
You make so much
I
money
know.
on that.
Oh, yeah.
So
I might just put money on it just cause.
$10. Just
cause.
$10 will give you fucking like
Yeah, just in case.
150
I was going to say it's
Because
probably
there's
a
a
big
strong
up.
chance it could happen in this one.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen.
All right.
Give me a good
And
fight.
before we move on to your career, and we're gonna walk through the many fights you've been through.
Very beginning.
We asked you a little bit off camera, local fighters that you want to throw some names out that you like or
Yeah, this
we should pay attention to, or
Yeah, good up and comers. Salem native Kenny Larson.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been my buddy since elementary school. He's a boxer. I think he's 6-0 right now.
Fire.
Yeah, he's doing his thing, fighting out of Broadway boxing. Kyrie Todd out of Lynn.
oh yep, I heard about him.
Yeah. You got Rob Font, Calvin Cater. Those are two UFC fighters. Top 10 ranked. Yeah, James Perkins.
Love him.
He's a boxer, up and comer. He's got a lot of knockouts.
Fight is
Savage.
mass.
Yeah, there definitely is. Adrian Sosa fighting out of Lawrence.
Okay.
Yeah,
Boxer.
Oh,
Sounds Dominican.
Boxer,
yeah, he's Dominican. We got to Google
Sounds
that.
Dominican.
Oh Lord!
Yeah,
If we find out you're Dominican, man, you're gonna be our favorite motherfucker. We will literally dedicate a whole week episode to you, bro. Like, I need to find that out. Google that. Someone find that out.
What's his name again? Sosa?
Adrian Sosa.
Adrian
yeah.
Sosa. That sounds
Come
Dominican.
on, hey, it has to be one of us.
Sounds like my cousin.
Well, none of us.
Charlie Espinal out of Lynn.
Okay.
Yeah. He's
I know Charlie.
amateur.
Yeah,
he hasn't fought pro yet, but he's
No,
looking
he was
for
my
it.
neighbor.
Oh yeah.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shout out
shit.
Charlie.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's from the
He's had a lengthy amateur career. He's looking to go pro. I think he had one set, but it got canceled for some reason.
That's dope. Shout out
Up
Charlie.
and
Yeah.
comer, yeah.
Shout out Charlie.
Yeah. Good people.
No facts.
Yeah. There's many more. If I forget them, sorry guys. There's a lot of good.
Now
people
let's
around
focus on the fighter that we have right now on the show. First, let's dial it all the way back
To the beginning.
to the beginning. How did we get into this? Where did this start?
So when I was younger, I used to box in Peabody. Wasn't serious though. You know, with my brother, my buddies and stuff. We went to the gym, and then I fell out of it. But we've always kind of been scrappy kids coming up.
Yeah.
I was always tough, could take, you know, beatings and stuff. My twin brother, you know, Mike.
Yep.
He would always beat me. Yeah, but where I was working in Beverly, I had a couple coworkers. I was talking to them about getting back into fighting and stuff. Not that I took it serious, but you know, I always enjoyed it, and I was always asking them like where they train, because I knew they trained. Nothing serious, but they used to go, and they told me a gym out of Lynn. So I think it was 2011. I walked in the gym. It was a place called Sherman's MMA, but the guy who was in there who's trained me, he wasn't Sherman. It was Cerrone, Cruz Cerrone. That's my first trainer. He took me under his wing, and I was there probably 5-6 days a week, 4-hour sessions, like going crazy. I fell in love with it quick. Right. Yeah, real quick. I think I had my first MMA fight 6 months into training.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's get out there. This is it.
Yeah. And I gunned it from there, like hardcore. Like I didn't slow down.
Hell yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. And ever since then, it's been my lifestyle.
Yeah, like every day still training.
So, what was your first professional fight?
Well, I started boxing then too. If you want to hear that too.
Yeah.
So I kind of did both at the same time, but boxing was kind of just to keep busy. A lot of MMA fighters do it. They'll bounce in a boxing fight just to get the experience, keep busy. And if they get into pro, they get, you get paid. But so I fought the 2012 Golden Gloves in 2012. I won the Greater Low Golden Gloves. Okay. And I was still fighting MMA, so I wasn't even focused on boxing. But I went in there, my boxing coach, Bill Murphy, he was the guy who trained me at a Western, the gym out in Lowell. And I wore like Muay Thai trunks because MMA fighters, we wear different shorts than boxing. Yeah. And he never lets it down. He like laughs at me. He's like, you went in there with your white legs, like Muay Thai shorts, low. But I went in there and beat boxes. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I took it to the ropes. I was aggressive. I didn't really have a boxer style. I just kind of a bully style, and that's what I did. And I ended up getting the winning the Greater Lowell Gloves and. Yeah, so they both kind of started at the same time.
That's dope. So it's like two journeys, like boxing, MMA. Boxing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think
you were good at both of them. That's the thing.
Yeah,
some people usually like lean towards one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Does it fuck with your like footwork? When you notice how Conor, when he fought Floyd Mayweather, he could sell his footwork was
way different, and it definitely was when I fought the gloves and stuff, and when I was like starting boxing, more open, like it's more of a square stance than hiding behind your shoulder and stuff.
Yeah.
But the more you do it, you kind of adapt to it, and you learn more from your coaches and how to switch in the style.
All right.
Yeah, you got to know how to turn it on, turn it off.
Yeah, that's dope.
But everyone would be like, "Oh, remember, don't throw a knee."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know. But I always joked around like, "Look, if I get mad at this dude, I'm just gonna throw a head kick. If it makes me look like a fool, I'm gonna throw a head kick and just hit him.
Roundhouse kick him.
Yeah. I don't win the gloves, but I win the day. See you later.
Yeah. I won the fight.
So your style in MMA, you know how a lot of people who start off as brawlers, some people start off as wrestlers, some people like Muay Thai, kickboxing. So was you said once like a aggressive style?
Yeah, it was like in your face. So when I first started my career, I haven't fought MMA in years. I switched over, but when I first started, I was like my biggest asset was like taking punches, coming forward, tiring people out. And that wasn't the goal. Like, I was like, I'm gonna go in there,
knock you out too.
But I've won fights by like people throwing everything they had at me, and keep coming forward, take it all, giving it back to them. But by the second, third round comes around, they're drained. They have nothing left to throw, and that's when take advantage of something like that. Yeah, but I started getting more clean. My pro career started in Cambridge at Redline. My coach, Eric Grossman, Paul Lopez. These are my coaches that I, grew
coaches.
with. Yeah.
Coaches.
Mark Meltzer. But these guys, like, they kind of said, like, let's use your you're taking those punches as like an airbag. Let's put those hands up first, and if it comes down to it, then you use your face as like, like a second option. We're gonna move that head and put those hands up. So obviously as you go, the experience gets more with you, and you start adapting, start learning. Yeah, so things started catching on better.
Getting your own style.
Yeah, I started to get your own style. Yeah.
You play the UFC game?
Yeah.
If you were creating yourself, what style would you pick? Like,
That's hilarious. Do you create yourself?
Yes, you can create yourself. I did, but he's way different than I am.
okay. I'm about to make a little Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy.
I did a stand-up, dude. Yeah.
I always start with a kickboxer. I did boxing. I was like, this is harder than I thought it was.
So I've always been like interested in how like a boxer or MMA fighter prepares for a fight. So let's say you have a fight. How far out from the fight are you starting to train?
You hope 6 to 8 weeks.
Hope.
Sometimes you get a last minute call, so you try to stay ready.
Yeah.
For that call, because if it's a big opportunity, you don't want to. Hey, I can't do it, and it goes to somebody else. So, but you stay in shape when you're getting ready to fight. Sometimes you have your off time, you have things to do. No matter who calls you, you got to say no. But your coach, your manager, you try to plan for 6 to 8 weeks. Put in a good camp. Yeah.
All right, so
eating right, working out.
So try to walk us through what camp looks like. So someone who's never even like been in a boxing ring or how do you prepare? What are you eating? What are you're obviously cutting weight or how? Yeah,
so a good camp with guys like in the higher levels, well, let's say like in the UFC or people that don't have to work, they get to sleep late or work out, sleep, train, eat. I've worked full time my whole fight career, you know what I mean? Wow. And a lot of guys do coming up. Yeah. So it's hard. Like you got what I do, wake up 4:30 in the morning. I either do my cardio or my weights on my own, then work, obviously. Then right after, get in my car, shoot to the gym, and it's just training, doing some either sparring setup, mitt sessions, anything with the coach, whatever he puts you to work with.
Right.
But, people that you can get strength condition coaches, things like that too. So it all depends. But for me, what I do is the morning, I wake up, I do my cardio, my weights. Then after work, I shoot, see my coach, whatever he has ready to work, we work. Put in a couple hours after that, get home late, 9:30, tired, go to bed, wake up to do it all over again, yeah.
For 6 to 8 weeks straight.
6 to 8 weeks, yeah.
Jeez.
That's the ideal camp.
Yeah.
What do you fight at?
So when I first started, it was bantamweight, 135. Then I went up to 141 because cutting sucks.
Yes.
Completely. But if the right opportunity came around, I would still make that cut down. So I kind of moved around with it. If because matchmakers will contact you and say, hey, we got a fight over here. This is the opponent. This is the weight. Or you and your coach work something out where you look at somebody, and if you go up a weight class or two, but you can you can take the fight.
Right.
Then all right, this is a good opportunity. I'll do this. So, but me, I was super lightweight in boxing, bantamweight in MMA. Yeah, 135 in in MMA, and then 141 in boxing. Yeah.
What's the highest you went into a fight?
I think 148.
Would you feel sluggish at all, or there's no difference?
I didn't feel sluggish, but the dude was a lot bigger than me.
He's massive.
Yeah. Like, that was a fight at the Garden. So I fought at the Boston Garden, and the dude I fought, this was boxing, Danny R. From Kazakhstan.
Oh shit!
He was
Kazakhstan.
Anyway,
Khabib ass motherfuckers don't just.
I think that if I was at 146, 148, something like that. But like, if you look at the face off and stuff, like my shoulders are down here and his are way up here. I'm just like, but that he fought. I think the 2012 Olympics and he won gold. He didn't lose one round in the Olympics.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and the thing, this is where I'll tell you that I was telling you guys, like, there's some dirt in the sport too, but like, and maybe it didn't happen this way, but I lost that fight in the first round. But when I lost that fight, he hit me with a good combination. I went back to the ropes, and I was coming forward with punches, and the ref jumped in and separated it and called it.
What?
But come to find out, he had a fight set for a week and a half away from our fight. And, you know, if you get cut or anything, if anything happens, even if, like, our heads bump and he cuts, you know, he won't be, you know, I think you get suspended for a month, so he wouldn't even be able to fight that fight. And they were already promoting that fight. They didn't even promote ours. They promoted that fight. So it's like, they put in a word like, all right, let's, you know, any chance you can call it, call it. So, like, yeah, the game's kind of wild like that. You'll see some.
I bet.
And
I
you
bet
see
it's
some
like
stuff,
some
too,
fuck
like,
shit, like
in
all
the
the-
big, like, you know, when you watch it and stuff.
All
But
the time.
Yeah.
I swear it's like all the time where it's like, there was a point where I was just like, yo, I can't even trust these judges.
Yeah,
These judges.
no,
like,
and that's how it is sometimes, yeah.
There's a lot of fights recently that were like the two judges say one thing, the last one said something complete different.
Well, that was Sandhagen just happened in MMA too when
Yeah,
he lost, but the judge was way off.
I was like,
One
what
of
the
them.
fuck is going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
What were you watching, bro?
What'd you
Yeah.
bring in here?
but anyways, yeah, so something like that where I jumped up that high in a weight class, you could just see the difference in the weight. You know, and I wish they'd let that fight happen because even like the I forget who the ref was that night, but someone was saying, you know, if you know who Matt is, like, he turns up as the fight goes on. Like, he has to get hit to actually get in the fight.
Yeah.
You know, and that's like, yeah, that fight
Let
was
it happen.
trash. And honestly, that dude's nasty. Like, if you ever look him up and stuff, like, I don't think he's gotten a fight in like a year and a half because like nobody wants to fight him. But he could be like, if he started gunning it, he could be, you know, a world champion. Like, he's nasty. Yeah, I mean, he didn't lose a round in the Olympics. Like, I think he fought the year with Lomachenko.
Just like a flawless.
Yeah, and him and Loma, I think, didn't lose a round in the Olympics. So.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, he's nasty, yeah. But it was still a fun fight. I got to fight at the Garden. That was huge. Like,
Yeah,
Especially
that
being
alone
around
was
here.
like, you know, seeing my name up there, like,
That's
dope.
crazy.
yeah, it was nice.
It's
Yeah,
like a movie.
yeah, you're like, wow, all right.
I'm here. Like, I'm here.
Yeah.
Y'all here to watch me? Okay.
Yeah, and then it turned out to be like Rudy. First round. We bought tickets, Matt. But they all knew. They were all, you know, disappointed in the decision. Like, come on, you know. So
What was your record in total?
So my boxing record was 9-8-1. And that's what I get into. I got my losses. So I think 4 or 5 of my losses are Olympians.
There we go. No,
Yeah,
that's
like,
they're losses, but dude,
If
you're
you
fucking
look at
competition.
the pedigree I fought, like, it's they're all like 10-0, 11-0, some of them 16-0. Like, I fought some dogs, and like, I beat prospects I wasn't supposed to beat. And that's the sport. Like, you either know your role,
Yeah.
which you don't go in saying, oh, you know, I'm going to lose, because I go in to win all the time. But, you know, when you come to boxing and stuff and you don't have the management, the right guiding and stuff, I mean, sometimes you take opportunities that, you know, you're fighting guys like that.
Yeah.
Olympians. And like, people who, like, when I was the main event at Foxwoods with Myquan Williams. And it was like the promotion we fought on was his promotion. Like, that was his guy.
Yeah.
And he I forget his manager's name, but she's like well known in the boxing world, like with you know, the high up there people. And like, to beat somebody like that, you got to knock them out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I got dropped twice in the first round. He caught me with a nice hook, and like, I just wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
I got hit with it nice, and I feel like I tripped up a little bit. But then I was still kind of coming back to myself, and he hit me again, and I fell. That was the first round. But we went the distance, 8 rounds, and like, it was like close. Like, it was a real close fight. And if those knockdowns didn't happen, I don't know. Some people say I could have won the fight, but he's a nasty fighter, though. I mean, it's a good fight.
That must be a fucking war.
Yeah. but like I said, those losses, like, high pedigree. Like, if you look at a lot of fighters, like undefeated records and stuff, even if you go back to like the top dogs in the game, you go back to the beginning, their first like 16-0. Like, I could be undefeated if I took like
That
certain
road.
fights, and
Yeah,
I could have
yeah.
did that. But it's hard when you got a family, you work full time, and then they're offering you like $250 for a fight.
Yeah.
Some guys are paying for fights. Some guys are paying their managers are paying
right.
like opponents to fly over and lose, not on purpose. But these guys that they're flying over, they're not really fighters. Like, and that happens in the sport. So when you see like perfect records, it's like you got to understand how they're getting it. And
10
things
nobodies.
yeah, which
thing.
isn't bad business. Like I'm not saying anything bad about
Just
anybody.
gradually move their slowly move their way
and
out.
then maybe they
To
get the
opposed to, like-
opportunity, but will they be ready for that big shot? Because you
Right.
see a lot of local guys, 12-0, 16-0. All right, let's get this big fight, and then they go on TV or something and they lose that chance. But
Yeah.
they didn't test themselves before that.
Right.
So yeah,
It's like in Creed when he went to Mexico. So he was like, 16-0 in the beginning? He's like, oh, but you just fought in Mexico versus
yeah,
whoever.
yeah.
That's why when he fought in the first movie, it's like, oh, this one actually proved that
This is
you actually
something.
fight.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
That's
That's a good movie.
Yeah, watch the great movies.
All right. Specific questions here. Your favorite fight. I want a favorite boxing fight, and I want a favorite MMA fight.
All right. Favorite boxing fight. Myquan Williams, the guy I just talked about, is up there with Foxwoods. I've got a couple, man. I've got Julio Perez. He was my first, and me and him are buddy. Like, we sparred before the fights.
Yeah.
And then, we got set up to fight. I mean, it's just the way the sport is when you're local sometimes.
Yeah.
But he was, the first, guy that I went in that was, he was the prospect. I was the underdog coming in. I think he was 4-0 or something. And I went in, and it was just a good fight for me. Nice and clean fight.
Right.
I was with my coach, Gene Lawrence, out of the way with Brandon. Have to shout them out.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead.
But, I think he quit after the second or third round. They threw in the towel. They didn't even want to come out. But, he's a good fighter. But it was the way I fought him was like we trained for it hard, in your face kind of style, but clean boxing.
Yeah.
But we wanted to make him feel frustrated.
Aggressive.
Yeah, frustrate him. And it was just a nice, clean fight for me. And I think that's why that's one of my favorites. But I know I frustrated him because I was against the ropes and we're tied up and stuff. And all of a sudden I feel a bite mark on my shoulder. He Mike Tyson my shoulder. Yeah. So at that point I was like, I'm doing my job. He's getting aggravated. This is where this is where he's going to start crumbling. And I could sense his frustration, and yeah, it happened. He didn't come out for the second or third.
Making a guy quit must be fucking amazing feeling.
Yeah, it is. It's wild, and it's funny because my coach, he predicted that, which is hard to do with a fighter. How you gonna say oh, he's not gonna come out for a round? But I'm pretty sure he said we're gonna make him quit. He's not gonna want to fight. And after he didn't want to fight, yeah,
Good
exactly.
game plan.
Yeah, and after the fight, we took pictures together and stuff, and we're buddies. That's just the way the sport is.
Yeah.
That was my favorite, Myquan Williams, and then I went out and fought. I actually fought for Mayweather's promotion. Mayweather Promotions out in Vegas, and that was a good fight. And I can't remember that dude's name. He was from New York, one of his guys. And the whole the fight was just nice and clean. It was a good fight. And at the end, I was like, "Oh, I got this. And that was one of the boxing things you don't know. You go in there, you don't knock them out. What's gonna happen?"
Yeah.
And I took the loss. And there was a lot of people streaming that fight, watching it, and even people not from Boston were like, "Oh, the kid from Boston got robbed." It was clear, yeah. Not that it wasn't a good fight, but I think most people and myself were just damn, I won that fight.
That's what you do with a lot of champions. If you go versus somebody to take the belt, you have to prove that
beat
you
the
are
champion. Yeah,
you have to prove to be. If it's close, they'll give it to the champion.
Every time. Yeah. So that's kind of how it is when you're fighting people in their spot, their hometown, or their promotion, or they got a good management behind them. MMA. Johnny Campbell. He's a New England fighter. Johnny Cupcakes Campbell. Cupcakes.
I feel like they're familiar.
Hey, Cupcake.
Johnny Cup. Well, that's a clothing,
I know that
that's a
part.
clothing line.
I know that part.
But that was just a nice stand up display. Like we both went at it a couple rounds, just like throwing everything, and it was so clean. And that's a fight that I always like because I just saw everything so clean, like open, and like throwing head kicks back and forth, and like landing some and spinning elbows and stuff. But
Dangerous.
and I ended up winning that fight.
I know this might be like a dumb question, but like,
There's no dumb question.
yes, there is.
Let's hear it.
Let's see how dumb it is.
Like,
We'll be the judge. Of that.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we'll hear it first.
like getting kicked in the head fucking sucks.
That's a dumb question. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, of course it does. I'm sure I've been kicked in the head more than once, but I remember one distinctive memory, where I fought this dude, Tom Evans. I think he was my second amateur MMA fight. And like I said, I started 6 months in. So I think I was like 8 months in at that time. Still new.
Yeah.
And this dude, he owned a karate school. He was like I forget what degree black belt, because I've never taken karate. Yeah. But he like threw up a kick and he hit the side of my head. And I just remember after the fight, like it felt like a dinosaur's back. Like it was like waved all on my head, and I was like, damn. I had a headache for days. Trust me, there's been a lot of fights where I'm like, oh, I'm going out after. Like, I want to celebrate with everybody. After the fight, I like lay down. I'm like, I can't move. Like, you got
the adrenaline.
Yeah, I've got concussed probably a few times. Like, it's just like you feel it, like that headache, that everything. But that kick in the head, that was like wild. I won that fight though. I won that fight. But I was like, shit. Like
shit.
Yeah, that was
God
wild.
damn.
But Johnny Campbell, back to that fight, that dude's fought like everybody in New England. I think he's got like over 30-something pro MMA fights. And like, he didn't fight for the UFC, but I think he fought for Bellator or something like that. Yeah, like he's fought regional. Like he's fought some dogs too. And like, he went for a spinning back fist, I think, in the second or third, and I ducked it, and I took him down. And when I took him down, he went to plant his arm down, and he popped his shoulder out.
Damn.
And from there, I kind of like had ground control. I was doing some ground and pound and stuff, working the ground. And then at the end of the round, he got up, and he was like he's a dog. I'll like compliment him. He was putting his hand on the cage, trying to pop his shoulder back in, and he couldn't do it. And they called the fight. And he was upset. He would have fought. Dangling arm. But that was probably one of my favorite MMA fights.
Have you ever fought overseas or anything?
Nah. Vegas was the furthest I fought.
That's still Vegas.
Still, that's right. That's great.
Capital,
From the
fight
edge.
capital.
Right?
Yeah, we're close to the edge.
Oof. You said something about Muay Thai?
Yeah. So I fought at Foxwoods.
You fought Muay Thai. Oh.
Yeah.
How's the training for that compared to UFC or not UFC, MMA?
Honestly, like I didn't just jump right in. Like I didn't jump fully to that because I was still fighting MMA. Like I still was doing other fights. So like I said, with MMA fighters diving in boxing and stuff, you kind of just take the fight. And like my strong suit was always stand up, like striking. That was my thing, kicking, like punching. Like I liked stand up. I was more than wrestling and stuff. So like. I just went into it working with my my coach Mark Meltzer, who's he's a Thai trainer, and like that's where we went in there. But I was still like training MMA. I didn't totally switch over. You do focus a little more on that, but not completely. When you're doing all those types of combative sports,
Just learning something to take it into
something else. Yeah,
exactly.
Just building on.
And before I can't let you get off this episode without asking. What in your right mind were you thinking when you were doing? Did you take a bare knuckle fucking fight?
Yeah, 2 bare knuckle boxing fights.
Let's go.
Bro, so how did that go? like, where is this at?
I know. So here's the thing. Now they have BKFC, which is totally like bare. You just got the reps. When I first started and they first sanctioned it, I drove out to New Jersey. That's where I forget what. It was just bare knuckle boxing on BKB, and like they had gloves, like small gloves. I think it was like 3 ounces or something, 2 ounces, and they had holes right here, so your knuckles were exposed. Like you felt them, ain't no doubt about it. But the glove was there to protect your wrists and stuff in the top of your hand, not to break. But that I love that, man. Like I said, anything fighting was like my thing. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So I was 1-1 there. So the first one I fought. I forget his name. He's from Russia, but that was a good fight, and I think it was like 3 days before.
You must have felt like Rocky. You must have felt like
3 days before that fight, I got kneed training, and my eye just split open. I got like my eyes rip open easy, and so I was like ripped open, and the person that did it was like over me, like I'm sorry, because they know like when you get caught, you can't fight, and that's a payday. So like people take it hard, you know, like we train hard for that. And I got stitches. The fight was like 2 or 3 days away. And my coach, we were talking about it for the next couple of days, like, fuck, like, what are we going to do? So what we did is I went to the gym the day of the weigh-in in the morning. He pulled my stitches out 3 days later after it happened. We put makeup on it, and we went to the weigh-in, weighed in, and in that first, like, 10 seconds, it just opened up. And I think that was like the deciding, like, because we went to the decision. I think that was the deciding factor, you know, huge gash, but that's what that came from. And, I was like, damn. But yeah, I felt like Rocky there. Yeah, second one I won, which was nice. That dude, like, I think he was 6-0 in boxing. Now he's like 14-1 or something. And a kid from Texas, but he was going in there like pretty much taunting, like, oh, you know, we're gonna kill you and stuff, like saying that literally, and we're like, all right, let's see what happens. I was never a big talker, you know, but I went in there and beat him. That was it. Yeah, it was fun.
Are the rounds the same as in boxing?
They're 5 2-minute rounds.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's in a circle. So you're in a circle. There's no fence or ropes. There's like a mat that goes up, like kind of like gladiator style. And that's how that was. Now BKFC is a ring, but this was like a circle, no ropes, nothing, and it's a small circle, so there's nowhere to run. So the thing is if you go back, you start losing points, so you can't go back on the past that circle. Yeah, it's like in close fighting. Yeah, so that was kind of my thing. Like, all right,
and in your wheelhouse.
Yeah,
I fight like this.
Yeah, exactly.
And before we move on, I know this might be hard because you've had countless fights, but if I was a fighter, I would have a highlight reel in my head. Like, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I remember when I caught this dude with this kick. What are those? Like, yo, I remember when I caught this dude with a
spinning back,
spinning fucking
whatever.
Axe kick.
I had a nice kick with Johnny Cupcakes. Didn't put him out, but it was a nice head kick, faking the right, coming up with the left kick, and I was like, even in the fight, I was like, ooh, got him. That's how I felt like during the fight. Like I was like, nice, like that just landed nice, and then I hit it again with the same thing, fake the right, come up with the left, and hit it again. I was like, nice. But I think like the highlight reel couple for me was like my pro debut. I fought this dude, Terrence Swanson. He was a black belt in BJJ, nasty on the ground. I ended up beating him on the ground. Like the first round, I was escaping so many submissions. Like he was throwing everything on me. And I was like, oh shit, like this dude's like a snake. Like he was. And then the second round though, like I just started throwing elbows and like he started fading out. And on the ground, I ended up beating him with elbows. That was like a nice highlight for me. Like just hammer fist elbows, and like I could see his face just like slowly giving up, and then and then he
eyes roll back.
he had me in a guard. He was on the bottom, if you know what a guard is, like with the legs wrapped around and stuff, and I just kept hitting him with the hammer fist, and all of a sudden the guard opened, and that was it. Like ref had to come in because he was going out. I think he went to the hospital after that too. Like it was damn. If you watch that fight, you'll see like there was a lot of head damage in that like last like 3 minutes maybe.
Beating a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy on the ground was like or a wrestler, like beating them on the ground.
That's like
exactly. Even better.
That's So I was
better and better.
You can watch the fight, and the every time we go to the ground. and I hop in his guard because I'm like a gnat. Like, I don't care where we are, what position we're in, you're getting hit with something. Like, I'll throw little taps, and you're going to have to move your face around. Little taps. Always, dude. I don't care. Like, when I'm doing stand-up, I'll hit the legs and stuff. Like, but like, I'm like a gnat. So, like, yeah, beating him, like, that's what I was like planting my hand on him, throwing short elbows right in his face, and like I could just see it fading out. But like beating that, yeah,
Elbows
exactly.
to the
But like I said, you could watch that fight, and as soon as we hit the ground, you could see it clear as day. Like my coach, my manager back there, standing up, like stand up, like yelling at me, "Don't be on the ground with this dude." And I did not listen for them. And you could tell they were aggravated. But then I won. I was like, all right, good thing I didn't get submitted. Yeah, but I still laugh at them screaming, like, losing their voice over that.
Yo,
Funny as shit.
get off.
Yo.
That's funny.
Dude, elbows it's like getting hit with a lead pipe.
Yeah, it's just cut you up too. Yeah, slicing.
I saw a video recently that some guy threw just like a little nice one, and it sliced his forehead open. And literally split open.
Yeah,
like
even
like a knife.
grazing them is just like.
They immediately, I'm pretty sure the guy who got hit, he was winning until that happened.
Yeah,
the ref's like, all right,
yeah.
it's over.
Yeah, sometimes
I
they
can
get
see your
bad
skull.
enough, yeah.
I can see your skull.
Yeah.
Call the doctor.
That's funny. All right, we have reached my favorite part of the episode. The DJ Bofka said a question.
Set a question.
DJ Bofka said a question is a game we play at the end of every episode. I ask you a question and give you two choices. You either pick A or B.
Red pill, blue pill. Please
man.
don't pick purple. Please don't pick orange. It sounds easy, but people mess up every week.
Go off track. Yeah.
I pick C.
No,
I'm so
bro.
bad at multiple choice. There's no all the above.
No, there's not.
I want C.
All right, first question is always the same. I know we haven't talked much hoop or basketball in this episode, but Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
Michael Jordan.
All right.
I love, like, a lot of people hate LeBron though, but I'm a LeBron fan.
Me too.
Right.
But Michael Jordan all day.
Respect.
Yeah. Yo.
And we got to make you pick between your two loves. Boxing or MMA?
Boxing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What else you got? What else you got?
Here comes the
Oh,
hard
I should have the kitchen sink.
comes the hard questions.
Canelo Alvarez in his prime, which is now, I guess,
Which is today.
or Manny Pacquiao in his prime.
Ooh.
Pac-Man.
Yeah,
both-
Pacquiao.
That's
You go
what,
Pacquiao?
Yeah,
eight different weight classes, basically.
I would still root for him if he came back.
I think he's trying
He's
to.
supposed to fight Mayweather and two YouTuber, I guess, 2-on-2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, what is that?
Wait, a tag team match?
Yeah, bro. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's a tag team match.
Yo,
like
Mayweather's just
Mayweather
collecting
and like,
these little checks just by beating people's asses. It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
he don't care.
right? Mayweather's
He's like, I'm not gonna lose
KSI
regardless.
versus somebody in Manny Pacquiao.
That's crazy.
I'm like, how's it gonna work?
Pause the both set of questions real quick. What is your thoughts on Logan Paul and the other Paul, whatever the fuck the
Jake
other
Paul.
Jake Paul.
Which one's the fighter? The one fights the most.
Jake fights more. Logan's in wrestling.
Yeah.
Logan fought Mayweather.
No, he didn't.
I know. Logan thinks he's the man. Honestly, I hated Jake when it first all started. And I'm not a big fan of him. But I respect the dude a lot more now than I did. Not just because he fought Tommy. Like, he put in the work. Like, he I mean, obviously starting out, he was a YouTube star, this and that. But, like, he started putting in the work. He started doing what he said he was going to do. And there's no way, even in the time span he has now, in the next few years that he's gonna ever be able to fight and beat like Canelo and stuff.
Oh yeah, they're just saying that to talk shit.
It's just the way it is. Like if you start, like you can't just jump into something and all of a sudden be the man at it.
Yeah.
I mean, some guys have it and some don't. He's obviously an athlete. Yeah. He's in shape. He is a strong dude. He's got a wrestling background. Like dude can fight.
Yeah.
But I mean, he knows enough where he could get by like the beginning stage of like, everybody's like local guys, like maybe even some amateurs. Yeah. But I don't think he could match up to even the lowest level of like top level pros, if that makes sense.
No,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like this, you can't play a catch up game when you're just diving in just because you want to.
Especially because I'm sorry, his punches, his jabs are horrendous.
Yeah,
he go like this. I'm like, bro, you're getting hit in the face every time.
He's still new. That's the problem. Like Tommy's not even that great of a fighter. He's strong. Tommy had a nice jab though, like when he was jabbing him. But I mean, you can't play catch up. The thing is, he's got the money though.
Yeah.
For the best nutrition, the best trainers, and that's why he looks a lot better than he did from even a couple years ago. But people hated him from the start, then they still talk shit about him when he's taking these fights. But they got to remember, like, it's been 5 years now. Like, he's gotten that much better in 5 years. Anybody would get that much better in 5 years. Yeah. And you got to respect the work he puts in for it. Dude's got mad money. He's still training to fucking try to be a fighter.
He didn't have to.
He didn't have to. Yeah, like
he could have continued doing YouTube.
I don't like Logan Disney. At all for some reason, though. I don't know what it is about Logan.
Both of them. I don't give a shit about him.
I know.
I didn't know there was two. For the longest time, I didn't know there was two. I thought it was just one person.
One
Paul brother.
One Paul.
Different. Yeah.
Two identities.
Yeah.
Logan, Jake Paul.
We call them different things, different days.
All right. Yeah. Back to the set of questions.
Logan at wrestling is a lot better.
Yeah, but it's also
he's a showman.
Yeah,
it's also he practiced like for like a month.
Like it's hard to be a hater because I don't. You know what I'm saying? Wrestling.
Yeah, it's fake.
Yeah.
Just an athlete.
Next question. This doesn't relate to anything we were just talking about. Chicken wings or steak tips?
I just had steak tips today.
Ooh.
That's chicken wings, though.
Chicken's always delicious.
I wish I had chicken wings.
Yeah, I love chicken wings.
I did chicken wings too.
Yeah. For sure. Oof.
So we are starting to recruit people to be on this new little game show.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Heat check.
Called Heat Check.
Heat check.
Heat check.
I'm about to be on that shit for sure.
It's a game show that I created. It's like a trivia kind of show. But if you get it wrong, you have to eat hot wings. And every level is like hot, mild, there's fuego and inferno.
Yeah,
so it gets hotter and hotter. But if you get it right, your opponent has to eat the wing.
Ah, that's nice. So, yeah, that's a good one.
So it got intense.
It gets intense.
Damn. Oh, you already started it.
We did one episode.
Nice.
And looks like fans, looks like you guys like the episode, so there will be more Heat Check coming. Tune in with the host.
And it's not.
It's just a hot.
I'm Irish, man. Ketchup's spicy to me.
Oh, it's gonna be bad for you then.
Nah, I like some hot stuff. But
Ketchup. All right. Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network?
Oh man,
Tough choice.
that is a tough one. Can I just put some shows together, man? No, I'm going to see.
There's no blue pill. I mean, blue pill. Orange pill or purple pill.
Nickelodeon.
Okay.
Choice.
Nickelodeon.
My choice too.
Yeah, I got to.
It's a good choice, honestly. You can't even go wrong either way.
Facts. You got the Rugrats, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Arnold.
Yeah.
Keenan and Kel.
Keenan and Kel.
Oh my goodness, we're going down.
The T-Nick.
Are you afraid of the dark?
I was terrified.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't fuck with that shit.
Yeah.
Are you afraid
Yes,
of
I
dark? Yeah. Yes, I am.
Goosebumps.
So we're gonna change the channel right now.
Goosebumps too.
The Goosebumps, yeah.
Goosebumps too. Fuck Goosebumps.
Yeah. That little fucking.
We're children.
I want to see action shit like Ninja Turtles. Why the fuck is this scary
Why
shit?
they do that to us?
Yo.
We have to do that to us.
Right? It's always at nighttime right before go to bed.
Pitch black outside.
Watch
Yeah.
cartoons. Get this
Whatever.
out of here.
NBA or NFL?
NFL.
What would you rather win a fight by? Submission or majority decision?
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna say knockout because everybody would just say
I did too.
everybody would
I'm
just say
trying to knock him
knockout.
out.
Wait, so you said submission?
Yeah. Yeah.
Submission.
Yeah.
Have you had any submission wins?
Yeah. Rear naked choke. Yeah.
Rear naked choke.
Yeah.
Those are here to go. Oh, fuck.
Classic move. Classic move. 806 assassin. Classic move.
Classic.
This guy here has class. All right. Anderson Silva or John Jones?
Anderson.
Spider.
Yeah. For
prime
now.
I watched like a
For
highlight
now.
tape, right?
Yeah.
Like a quick little like highlight tape of his career, and it reminded like you forget all of the crazy fights he had and how
Yeah.
fire he really was. Like he
Didn't he win like 10, like 11, 12 fights in a row? Some
Jab
shit?
knockout,
he
the
was
front kick
leading.
to, I think, Vitor
just beat him
Belfort.
on his back, just kicking people in the face.
Making Forrest Griffin look stupid.
Yeah, that was a jab, right?
Yeah.
that was
It
a
was
jab.
not
yeah.
even like a
Yeah. Yep. Perfect
Forrest like, what
placement.
the fuck is going on?
Perfect placement. Yeah.
Spider Silva, legend.
Yep.
Made the Hall of Fame.
Deserved it. Should have been
Shout out to
before.
him. The Rock or Stone Cold Steve Austin?
That's a tough one too.
Two of my favorites.
Damn. I'm like crying when I choose the other. Damn.
Just be happy there's no hot sauce, man. I
Yeah.
didn't let him add did that part to the show. I'm like, no, you create your own hot sauce shit, and then you're over there.
Oh, you don't want it?
Damn. The Rock.
Oh, okay.
The Rock.
It's
So.
always the Stone Cold. So yes, The Rock.
It's just hard. It's a hard decision.
That's a hard
So because
decision.
some days I might say one is
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those. If you ask me, I probably have a different answer every time you ask me. All right. Because you're a local guy, I think you would be able to answer this. Canopy Lake or Water Country?
Canopy Lake.
Okay. I'm more of a water park a guy myself.
Yo, but last time I went to Canopy Lake, I was smoking the whole time, like finding my little corners. And then, as an adult, it actually was a little fun. Like,
As an adult, high as hell.
Yeah.
Was a shit.
Well, yeah, if you had weed to anything out of y'all, it's going to be a good ass time.
it was definitely a little different.
See, I went to the museum.
Yeah.
I went to the science museum. That shit was dope. I was smoking right before I went inside. But yeah, they got like
That's how that.
That is fun though.
Honestly, we'll go to a museum soon.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
talking about that yesterday.
Go on my check.
Let's go.
I'm going to
The
a museum.
planetarium, whatever that is, the light show.
Oh,
I want to go see that shit.
That was where it was at.
Dana
Been a
White
while.
or Vince McMahon?
Vince McMahon.
Yeah, the goal.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that walk when I was walking to Quo in the car. They were in the parking lot, just doing that walk.
Yeah.
Just fucking,
Yeah.
fucking I'm important ass walk.
Yeah, he's the GOAT.
It's like
That's the
he didn't
goat.
have to be so involved. Like he's like the owner of this crazy.
He was a champion at one point. He won the
Yeah,
belt. He
yeah,
won the
yeah,
Royal
but
he
Rumble
got
once.
big, bro.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
is
he
big.
did. Yeah.
Thing is, like his dad owned the company before. I'll never remember his
Yo,
dad fighting.
I was
ever.
literally
I don't
bored
either.
one week and I watched a 3.5 hour documentary on the entire history of WWF. And it was pretty goddamn good.
Probably the best thing you ever watched. Yeah.
Not tell you.
Yeah,
Nostalgia. Vince
wrestling's
McMahon
not
did-
the same
That's what he
no
did.
more.
right?
He had his company and he just started buying anybody else out around
Yeah,
him.
bro.
He did that. Yeah,
Yo,
businessman right there.
Yeah.
I got stuck on TikTok fucking watching Goldberg's career. The documentary like 10 TikToks in a row. I'm like, I gotta learn what happens.
Spear, right?
Oh, because
Yeah.
all he did was a spear and a jackhammer.
Yeah.
So, like,
Jackhammer.
Like, he's super
And
energized,
his
super
neck
strong.
was like-
Yeah, crazy. Get a neck roll without having a neck roll.
Yeah, went right
it's
to his above his ears.
But if he fights over like 3 minutes, it's over.
Yeah.
That's all you got.
What do you guys remember? There was like a a Goldberg, like a fake Goldberg. Remember, he was like a wicked skinny dude. I can't think of his name though, but he was like a tiny dude.
That came up in the documentary shit.
I can't remember the name for the life
Dude,
of
was
me.
making fun of him.
But NW
Joe Burt, something like that.
NWO was huge. I remember back in the day.
NWO was
Scotty
huge.
Hall.
Oh my god.
bro.
Oh yeah.
What's it called?
Hollywood
DX.
Hogan. DX.
We always
Yeah,
wanted to see that. We never
yeah.
saw it.
They were older.
No, that didn't count. We always want to see
Ric
NWO
Flair
versus
was there
DX.
forever.
Woo.
Evolution.
No. Beast.
So,
So
I honestly, my favorite
Shane
move ever
McMahon.
has always been the Sweet Chin music.
Yeah.
Seeing that happen,
HBK's
man.
sweet chin music to Ric Flair.
When he always was
his
crying?
when he's crying.
Yeah, yeah.
It's literally when you can see him say like, "I'm sorry, I love you," and kick him. I'm like, "Oh my god."
He should have ended there, but
Yeah,
he
yeah.
came back like 3 more times after that.
Yeah, no.
He was like, bro, I should have been ended.
It is what it is.
Happens.
All right, and last but not least, because we all like cheat meals, ice cream.
oh, easy. You don't even have to say the
That's
other
right.
one.
Ice cream.
That.
But what's the other one?
Cupcakes.
Yeah. Ice cream.
You
Yeah.
say, "Oh yeah."
But I'll put the cupcake on top of the ice cream.
I think
like a cherry on top
I
of
think
cupcake.
Yeah.
I added that like, because I'm pretty sure I saw pictures of you eating like post fight,
Oh,
like a
good.
fucking mountain of like.
Ice cream. And I put like devil dogs on it. Anything like sweet I put on it. Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
So good. Yeah. So good.
Is
The
that after
cookies
every
all
fight you
over
just
it.
fucking?
Yeah. That's like my go-to. Yeah. And when I'm not in fight camp, like not so much lately for some reason, probably because I had so much of it, but like every night I would sit with a quart and just eat it. The whole thing.
What's your favorite kind of ice cream?
Ben and Jerry's. What is that? The nighttime or something?
Oh, well, I know what it is. I know what you're talking about.
The night show or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tonight
you,
Show.
you,
The
ice
Tonight
cream,
Dough.
you an ice cream guy.
I know.
nigga. It's
Was
like-
Jimmy Fallon on it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So my ass would have been like cookie dough or like vanilla, and this is the motherfucker. Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah.
Ben and Jerry's the brand. He got the
Ben and
brand.
Jerry's night, midnight, version number 2.
Yeah, I know they order.
Like,
Yeah.
20 straight.
The ice cream is my thing.
The special edition that only came out in
Yeah.
95.
Want to make it for me?
All right, shout out. Shout out Vibe.
Shout out Nerd Gods.
Shout out Nerd Gods.
Shout out Young Soldiers Success Group.
Shout out Heat Check.
Ooh, a new one.
Any shout outs?
Shout out.
Your coaches.
Yeah, all my coaches that's been involved. My Cruz Rome, Eric Grossman, Paul Lopez, Mark Meltzer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Gene Lawrence, Brandon Montella. Yeah, man.
Shout out to them.
My current coach now, Sean Farley, should give him the most credit for now. But he's been like the next level for me too.
Cool.
Oh.
Also, local fighter too. I forgot he just hasn't fought in a while. Pedro Gonzalez,
Okay.
MMA fighter. Yeah, but he's dove into Muay Thai and stuff too. Like
Gotcha.
he's a beast.
Shout out
He's
to
a
him.
bad
Shout
boy,
out
yeah.
to them.
Yup.
Shout out you for
I love
coming
Muay Thai stuff.
and blessing the mic. Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Yup.
Shout out
Honkas.
I want to see y'all fight.
Honga. What?
I got gloves in the trunk. So.
Got gloves in the trunk. Let's get it.
Why me?
Yeah.
Because we're bigger. We're fighting.
I'll let you wear the gloves.
This is the undercard.
I'll let you wear the
I
gloves
haven't
though.
thrown my hands in forever, and it was never professionally. It was definitely at a bar after a few drinks.
But they said, I'll let you use the gloves. Like this bare knuckle brawl over here. Like, knock you the
shut
fuck
up.
out.
supposed to make me feel better.
Yeah,
Way worse.
Shout out to my wife.
Shout out to you. Shout out to
Yup.
out to my
My
wife, too.
daughter Aubrey and Scarlett.
Shout out to your
Yeah.
family.
Shout
They
Hell
out
yeah.
support
family.
me all the time. Yeah.
Awesome. Shout out
My
to
daughter's
them.
getting to an age where she's understanding things.
Yeah.
And like she's, I remember she's talking about a boy. She's 9. She's like, I got a crush. And I'm like, oh, she's like, I didn't invite him over. Or no, I invited him over. And he said, no, you said your dad was on TV. And he was like, I'm not going to fight the kid. But you don't
listen.
tell him that.
If I was a little kid
Yeah.
and the first little girl I tried to talk to, her dad was a professional MMA or fighter or boxer, yeah, I'd probably choose somebody else at that point.
But at 9 years old, sometimes you're like, I'm gonna go with the sword. But,
I'll fight for your honor. her.
Yeah, but my two kids,
for your
my wife
daughter.
Tita, like they support me every
Shout
step
out
of the
to
way. On top of that, I want to put out there that like I want at least one more fight.
Yeah.
But I'm trying for 2. I want one more travel fight where like me and my wife go somewhere like Vegas again.
Awesome.
And like travel. And then I want, because that's a far fight, I want one more local one where all my fans can go and get like
All
a
right,
final
we'll
hoorah.
definitely-
We're there.
Like a good
As soon as that fight is booked,
We're there.
Yeah.
contact me and we'll have you
Yeah.
back.
Yes,
and we'll
sir.
do a whole thing. We'll do as much as we can to help you out, promote it.
I'll be
Nice.
in there.
Thank you for coming
Yeah.
by, Matt.
Thank
the
you,
Mantis
guys.
is here with us.
Hell yeah.
Shout out REG. Shout out Sanchez. Peace.
Yo,
See y'all
yo.
next week.
Take that.
806 The Show is a proud member of the Vibe Entertainment family, so make sure you follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, as well as Facebook and the Gram. Leave us some comments, hit us with some likes, show us some love. You already know. It's 806 The Show.
806 The Show, you're. Take that. 806 The Show.